All right, it's 4 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and call the meeting to order and do the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Ms. Stoller,
Here.
Mr. Taylor,
Here.
Ms. Vukasich.
Here.
Thank you.
And moving on to the next item, approval of the previous minutes on April 13th. Do I have a motion or any comments?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving on, we have a minor plat, PP-22-3, the South Village at Nickel Place, Section 5. Ross?
As you said, Jason, this is a consideration of a primary plat approval of South Village at Nickel Plate, Section 5. This is PP 22-3. The property is located at 11347 and 11355 Lantern Road, located south of Morgan Drive and west of Birch Street along Lantern Road. It is zoned Village Center as part of the Nickel Plate District Code. There we go. This subdivision will result with 4 lots between 0.15 and 0.17 acres, each with a 40-foot width, which is our minimum. You'll also see that parking improvements along Lantern Road on this plat that will be constructed by the City of Fishers. This primary plat was reviewed through the Technical Advisory Review Committee in March of 2022, and all department comments have been addressed. You will see on here, and I'll go into more detail on the next slide, Block A and Block B are separated from the 4 lots and will function as a private alley with ingress, egress easements placed on both of those. Block A is located on the south side of the 4 lots, and Block B is this north-south alley running behind the lots. For context on the surrounding areas, the Nickel Plate District Code vision for the creation does have an alley network as part of that between Morgan, Meadows, and Lantern. An alley system would allow for the reduction of curb cuts while still providing access to multiple lots. You can see here that the site we're discussing tonight is in green, and the proposed alleys and existing alleys are in purple. So you see here, they do have a little bit of work to do, but the reason that we have requested that these alleys be placed on these parcels is for the bigger vision of the village center. Like I said, ingress and egress easements have been established to allow for cross-traffic connections, and it is the desire of the developer to soon have potentially lot 11377 under contract, which would complete this first leg of the alley system, referencing this lot here. With that, this plat is in line with the directions of the Fishers Unified Development Ordinance. These parcels are zoned VC Village Center and aligned with the future land use plan of core residential. The future development of the new 4 lots will need to meet all the intentions and standards of the Nickel Plate District, so there'll be continued review on these developments. Staff does recommend approval of plat PP22-3 as it meets all local and state requirements. Here to answer any questions as well as the developer and the property owner.
Thank you, Ross. The petitioner, do you have anything to add?
Nothing of substance. I think Ross covered everything accurately, so
Thank
we
you.
just request approval.
Does the board have any questions?
Just some clarification for those in the audience. This is for the primary plat, and so we're just talking about the subdivision of land. The zoning of the property is currently Village Center. It's part of our Nickel Plate District. So we're not here to discuss a change of use that's allowed or really the site improvements on the property that will be reviewed through our Technical Advisory Committee, but this is really just to discuss the subdivision of 2 lots into 4 lots. So I just wanted to add that clarification.
In addition, this will not be opened up for public hearing as it is a minor plat. So I do have a question. In the conversations of platting this, in the current setup, it's a two-way, which we're supportive of from the city engineering side of things, but I want to make sure that we're documenting that this, in the future, when this alleyway connects north and south, that would end up being a one-way due to just sight lines and other things. Just want to make sure that, is there any questions, comments, concerns related to that?
So your comment, Jason, is in the future, the north-south alley would be considered a one-way traffic.
That can be two-way. Well, as we've discussed in the past, it would be two-way on that north-south, but the entrance where that east-west is, the egress, that was where we've discussed that it would end up becoming only an ingress whenever that north-south is fully connected.
So that's your concern with sight lines on the entrance to Lantern Road, is that right?
Yes, we currently have issues with Morgan due to the on-street parking, obstructing views. So that was our way to work around that while still allowing this development to
Right.
kind of move forward.
You don't have an issue.
Yeah, I have a question on that.
Can you go to the podium, please?
So just a quick question on that. So if it was only ingress, then they would all pop up and go to Morgan Drive. So I'm just curious how, the cars would be better off going Morgan Drive or?
No, what I'm saying, once the full north-south connection of this public, or this alleyway, were to connect between Francis and Morgan, that's where the ingress egress for the east-west would ultimately become only an ingress.
Oh, when it also goes on
Yeah.
Francis too, so they have a
Correct.
choice.
So you would have
go to
two.
Morgan or Francis.
Correct.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
So
Thank you.
just so I understand, Jason, so that's full connection between Morgan to Francis.
Correct.
Full alley width. That's the moment that would trigger the ingress only for that driveway on Lantern Road?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Oh, entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second? All in favor?
Aye.
So, thank you. Thank you, Ross. The next item is being continued to the June meeting, and that's the PP 22-5 Flat Rock Estates. Essentially, this will be whenever we can have a public hearing and any comments at that June meeting.
Yeah, and just to confirm, that June meeting date is June 1st.
Thank you. And moving on to any old or new business or staff communication.
No staff communication.
And then we will have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.